Hi, I'm Academic Lead Developer at RackForms. In this video, I want to give you a really quick tour of RackForms Express, our awesome and very much free web form editing tool. Now, the basic idea behind RackForms Express is that we believe that you shouldn't have to pay for nuts and bolts form software. And so Express is our interpretation of that. And I think as you're about to see here, just because it's free doesn't mean it's not incredibly powerful as well. So let's go ahead and log in here. I should mention that RackForms Express is a native multi-user application. So you can actually have different users logging into the same instance of RackForms Express, and they would only see their own forms. It makes it a great tool for working in a team environment. If it comes to building forms and you're not too sure about the complexity level, RackForms Express is incredibly simple to use. Basically, it's based on the idea of a page system. And so every job that we create in RackForms has at least two pages. A form page to collect information from our users, and then a confirmation page to tell RackForms where we want that information to go. And so I've just added two pages right here. To my form page, I'll go ahead and add a couple text fields and a submit button. And to my confirmation page, I'll just add, let's say, an email item right here. Now to my email item, I'll go ahead and put in my email address. As you can see here, the process of building forms is really just about clicking the elements that we want right here and then filling out the information, the properties in this area right here. Without further ado, then my form is essentially done now. So when I click to run this form, we get a nice preview of my form here. And I could just fill in some information here, like sample message. And when I hit submit, we're going to go to our confirmation page. And now behind the scenes, because our confirmation page had this email item, we can actually go into my email here. Let me refresh this. And sure enough, here is the email that I just sent to myself. So incredibly simple. We also have what we call the internal entry viewer. So if we don't want to send a message directly to email, we can send it to the entry viewer instead. So what I'm going to do to show that is I'm going to call my job something unique here, demo. And what I'll basically do is click this guy right here, the send to simple SQL. Now the basic idea here is without configuring anything, I'm just going to run this job again. And I'll basically fill in the same information that I had before, sample message. But now when I hit submit, in addition to sending the email right here, we've also added an entry to our entry viewer. So if I click on entry viewer right here, you can see that under demo here, I now have that item that is sent. And of course, just like everything else in RackForms, we have a lot of features here. So I can go ahead and edit my entries in real time, so I can change them. And I've just now updated entry. I can print them, remove them, and even export my entries into Excel from our detailed analysis. Of course, this wouldn't be RackForms if it didn't have a few advanced features as well. So the job that we just looked at was this demo job right here. And as you can see, it's really simple to build forms that are going to collect information and send them to our users. Though that's not why RackForms was first created. The real point behind RackForms is that our real-world jobs require that we connect to various sources to grab information. And there's probably no better explanation or demonstration of that than in this dynamic drop-down job right here. Essentially what we've done is we've added a select item to this form, and under its data source properties right here, I've essentially told it to select from a database a set of values. When I run this form then, what we're essentially doing is we're going into the database and grabbing all the states from the database. Now, if you really think about this, this is an incredibly powerful feature. And again, this is a free piece of software right here. Most of the paid versions that you're going to find with the other guys don't even offer this. But the basic idea, of course, is that now that we can actually query a database, if you think about it, this opens up a world of possibilities. We can talk to a customer system, we can grab flight reservations, booking information, etc., all from the power of RackForms Express. Incredibly, incredibly simple. Of course, no form solution would be complete without an easy way of actually embedding our forms, and RackForms makes that incredibly simple as well. So when it comes time to actually embedding our forms, that is putting them somewhere, we can always use them as full page forms right here. So I could just give a user a link to this form right here. So if I was building this on my server, I could just copy and paste this link and just say, here's where the form is located. We also, of course, can embed forms. And to do that, I just click this embed page link right here. RackForms then goes ahead and creates a block of iframe code. This iframe code then is accepted anywhere HTML is. So for example, if you had a Facebook, WordPress, Joomla, Magento, basically any area that accepts HTML, it'll then embed this form within that larger page. So that's a quick look at RackForms Express. There's, of course, a lot more that we haven't talked about, but again, it's free. Go ahead, give it a download. There's never any strings attached. The software will never expire. It's just, again, our way of saying thank you for stopping by and checking out RackForms. So thanks for your time. Any questions, please let us know. We'd love to hear your feedback at info@rackforms.com. And take care.